Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Here in this recipe of today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I made these beans, porridge beans. But first of all, in this bowl, I'm going to be adding about four cups of beans, and I will be soaking it in the water for about 1 hour. So after 1 hour of soaking these beans, I'm going to wash it, and then I will transfer it right into this pot, and then I will add some water and get it ready for cooking. So right now I'm going to take the beans to the cooker to cook the beans. So here is the beans already on the cooker. So I will cover it and allow it to cook. So here I'm going to be sharing the ingredients I will be using to make this beans. So I have scotch bonnet pepper, some fresh tomatoes, then red bell pepper, then some seasoning, garlic, salt, Maggi cube, ginger, and some aromat seasoning. Then I'll be adding some crayfish, okay? Then some tomato paste and onions. So I'll be using these whole onions to prepare the beans and some tomato paste. So the tomato paste is optional. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. So I'll be adding this palm oil. I'll be using palm oil with vegetable oil. I'm going to do the combination together. So that is all what I'll be using to prepare these beans, and also mackerel fish as well. So here's the plantain I've cut, and I'm going to set it aside. And here is also some plantain as well. I'm going to cut these ones into little sizes, okay, in cube forms. So this is the one I'm going to be adding into the beans. So in my house here, most of the time, beans is well enjoyed when you cook it together with the plantain, okay, when you add plantain inside the beans, okay. And you can also, if you don't want to fry the plantain, you can as well pour it into the beans, okay, to cook together without you frying it. All right, so it's also good that way. So now I have finished cutting the plantain, so I'm going to be setting the plantain aside, okay. Then I will then go ahead to cut the onions. So like I said that I was going to use this whole onions. I'm going to use the whole onions to prepare these beans. So I'm going to be cutting the onions into little sizes as well. So then after cutting these onions, I'm going to set it aside. And the beans I have on the cooker, I'm going to wash it, okay, not just washing it. I'm going to pour away the first water because it helps to release um that um thing that makes it to for you to get bloated, especially when you're having acid reflux. So I don't like cooking the first set of beans. That is the first water, and I will not pour it away. I always make sure I pour the first water away, so it helps me a lot. So after pouring the water away, I'm going to add in a new water. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll pour out the water, and then I will go ahead and continue cooking the beans. So here's the beans. I'm checking on it, okay? So it's almost getting there. So I'm just making sure that it is cooking all round through. So I'm going to be adding some crayfish and also some onions in these beans. Then after adding it, then I'll add some salt and some onions as well. So after adding all this, I'm going to stir it a bit and cover it to continue cooking on a low heat. So while the beans is cooking, I will go ahead and in a separate pan, I will prepare the sauce. So here's the beans. The beans is okay the way I want it, but I will leave it for a while to cook, just for about few minutes. Then I'm going to set it aside and then go ahead and prepare the sauce I will use to cook these beans in a pan. Okay, so right in this pan, I just added some palm oil, and I will also be adding some vegetable oil as well. So when the oil is well heated, I'm going to be adding the onions that I cut earlier. Then I will give it a quick stir. So normally, sometimes I do allow these onions to get a bit as if it's getting burnt, not really burnt, but yeah. So I love it like that. But today on, I'm just going to do it this way. So I just added some crayfish into this frying pan, into the oil, okay, to fry together with the onions. And then I will be adding the tomato paste, and I will quickly give it a stir. So I will mix it well too, so that everything will be well combined. So after mixing it, I will let it to fry. I will leave it to fry for a while before adding in my blended tomatoes and bell peppers. So this has also some scotch bonnet pepper. I added one scotch bonnet pepper into the tomato before blending. So I'll give it a mix, and then I will go ahead and add in the seasoning cube and all other spices, the garlic, ginger, and the salt to taste. After adding it in, I will mix it together for it to be well incorporated. So after mixing it, I will let it to fry for a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll leave it to cook for a couple of minutes then before adding the fresh sliced tomatoes. So if you don't want to add fresh sliced tomatoes like I did, you can do with just the tomato, blended tomato we added earlier on. So now that it is set, okay, it is ready, I'm going to set it aside and I will quickly go ahead and fry the plantain. So this plantain is what we are going to use to eat the beans. So I'm going to be frying the plantain until it gets cooked, well fried. So I'm flipping it on to make sure it is all brown and well fried. So now it is ready. I'm going to take it out of the oil. So the other plantain I sliced into, or I cut into little chunks. I hair fried it, okay, so I added it into the hair fryer and then fried it for a couple of minutes and brought it out. So now this plantain is ready. I'm going to set it aside, okay, and I will go ahead and jump into the completion of cooking of the beans. So here is the plantain, it is ready. So this is the beans, okay. So what I will be doing now is I'll be adding the sauce, the plantain I air fried, so this is it, and also the tomato sauce, okay. So I'll add everything in together and I'm going to go ahead to mix it all together, okay, to make sure it is well combined. So please, friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and share my video. Thank you so much for watching my channel. So this beans is ready, as you can see. So I'm going to be serving it with the fried plantain we fried earlier. Okay. So what I did is I mixed all everything together and now it is well combined. So the food is ready for us to enjoy. You can use garri to enjoy this, Ijebu garri, or you can as well use agege bread, okay. So here's the beans. I served it with fish and plantain. So thank you so much. Let me test the food. Can you see how it tastes? Very yummy and delicious. Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon. See you in the next one. Bye.